Lo declararon culpable de un brutal homicidio múltiple y lleva más de 4 décadas esperando su ejecución.
Go ahead and state your name.
William Thomas Zeigler Jr.
How long have you been on the road?
46 years.
Sin embargo, su caso ha estado lleno de irregularidades y nunca se ha podido comprobar su culpabilidad.
I'm not guilty of what I'm charged with.
Era Nochebuena y Tommy Zeigler se encontraba trabajando en su mueblería cuando alguien disparó 30 balas al interior del local, provocando la muerte de su esposa, sus suegros y un cliente.
Tommy was a young Army veteran and a volunteer football coach when they met. Eunice was a teacher. They attended church together. She played piano, he sang in the choir. They had a big wedding in 1967 and made plans to have children. They never did.
There's not a day go by that I don't think about her.
Thinking about what specifically?
What we had, what we did, what we could have had, what we could have done.
The Zeiglers did have a successful business. They owned several rental properties, and from all appearances, they had a strong 9-year marriage.
Marriage was good?
Very good.
No infidelity?
No.
No stress?
No.
No domestic problems of any
Yes.
kind? Did you love Eunice?
Very much so.
No obstante, Tommy también recibió un disparo y resultó herido en el estómago, por lo cual debió ser internado en urgencias.
You never fired a shot?
Not to my knowledge, no.
But someone fired a shot into Tommy's stomach. That's when he hit the floor and briefly blacked out. When he came to, he crawled around in the dark looking for the phone. To his surprise, he came across a body. He said he had no clue that his wife, in-laws, or the customer, Charlie Mays, were already.
I crawled across somebody, but I couldn't tell who it was.
But you knew it was a body?
Yes.
Sin embargo, días después del tiroteo, fue arrestado mientras estaba en el hospital y lo declararon responsable de los asesinatos.
I was numb. I just couldn't believe that they were thinking that I killed somebody. I think Judge Paul was definitely biased and prejudiced against me because we had been on opposite sides of the case just 5 or 6 months prior to my trial. And a lieutenant with the beverage department that was a friend of his was fired because of my testimony. There is no GSR, gunshot residue, on me. So explain to me how that I fired 28 gunshots and didn't get any gunshot residue on me. It's impossible.
Tras el caso, comenzaron a surgir distintas teorías, y una de ellas fue que Tommy quería cobrar el dinero de 2 pólizas de seguro de vida que contrataron para su esposa antes que muriera. Sin embargo, él siempre se declaró inocente e insistió en que fue víctima de un mal intento de robo.
A friend sent me a copy of an article from the Orlando Sentinel newspaper. It was on Lawson Lamar, the then state attorney, using DNA to convict the first man in the United States of America with DNA. I read that article, made myself a cup of coffee, and I read that article again. Read that article the third time, and I said, okay, if they can convict this man using DNA, they can clear me using DNA.
Other evidence can make it look like someone committed the crime. DNA testing can answer the question in a dispositive way in a lot of cases about whether the person's been convicted is the person who actually committed the crime. The 1970s and 1980s and the early 90s cases where there was no DNA testing that might have been used as part of the criminal investigation. And for those cases, the idea of using the existing post-conviction mechanisms to get that testing was foreclosed.
First of all, the idea that these people would leave him alive has always been sort of a sticking point with anybody that hears this story, is why do you deliberately 4 people in this store and leave him alive with only a slight, sort of a semi-superficial gunshot wound to the side? It just never made any sense.
La ejecución de Tommy fue pospuesta en varias ocasiones, debido a las distintas pruebas que aparecían cada año.
They don't want to know the truth. That's what I've been trying to tell you. Honest to God, they don't want to know the truth. We've done everything we can do in this case. There's nothing left to do. Nothing. We had to take each piece of new evidence and present it at the time we found it. or we would have been procedurally barred from doing it. That's the law. And each piece, as we found it, was not enough to overturn this conviction. Then we go on to another one, and another one, and another one. This case has never been looked at from the cumulative effect of all the evidence, all of it together in totality. It's never been looked at like that. It's been piecemeal the whole time. And it's not our fault it was piecemeal. It's the way it came to us. That's what the problem is.
No obstante, el caso ha vuelto a generar tendencia, luego de que le otorgaran fecha para nueva audiencia y una oportunidad para un examen de ADN, el cual podría sacarlo de prisión y salvarlo de la pena capital.
Since 2004, we have pleaded again for more DNA testing. We want to DNA test everything in that crime scene with the new technology. Everything in that crime scene. We'll play your game. And what does the state say? No. You're in procedural default. You had your chance and you didn't do it. Is that justice? Are they looking for justice? Are they looking for truth or veracity or integrity? No.